This is the video I wish I watched as a newbie in Hungary. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're seeing my face for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Janet. So some Hungarian universities have February intake, and that means that we're going to be having new people coming into Hungary as students and also as full-time workers. I'm making this video to share with you some tips that can help you navigate your way in Hungary as a new person. It's also going to help you get accustomed to your new environment as fast as possible. I have some points here that I wrote down so I don't forget anything. I'm going to be sharing with you apps, websites, and tips. So let's start. The first point on my list is going to be navigation. So if you arrive in Hungary, you're going to be staying in Budapest, you will need an app called BKK. This app is very important, especially if you don't drive. If you don't have a car, you're going to need this app because it tells you the buses and the trams, the metros that are around you. So it's location based. When you allow your location and you search based on location, it can tell you all the buses that are around you that you can use to go to wherever you want to go to, and also it shows you at what time interval these buses are arriving. I love using this app because I usually don't like going to the bus stop and waiting for 10 minutes for a bus, especially when it's cold. So if the bus is arriving in 10 minutes, I'm going to stay in my house, in my warm house, and literally leave right on time so that I don't stay at the bus stop waiting. For Debrecen, there is also a similar app called DKV, and also for trains. So if you're going to travel from Budapest to other places, you're going to need the MapStats app. So on that app, you can buy your tickets for trains to others. You're also going to need Google Maps. I still use Google Maps up till today. Google Maps have saved the day. so many times it has saved the day. Please download Google Maps. You're going to need it to navigate your way in your new environment. And if you have money to spend, you don't want to use a public transport, you can definitely use Bolt or you can use taxi. So we don't have Ubers anymore, but there is Bolt. You can download the app and use that to navigate your way in your city. The second point I would like to mention is about getting bus tickets. So if you're going to be using public transport, you need tickets. And usually there's a single day ticket, there is a single use ticket, there's also the monthly pass for students, also for full-time employees. If you're a student, please buy the student one. When you have your student ID, get the discounted bus ticket. You can get those at the ticketing machine. So at some bus stops or metro stops, you can find those machines at the entrance or at the tram stop where you can buy your ticket. When you have your single-use ticket and you get on the bus, you want to make sure you validate your ticket. In trams, in buses, in metros, please validate your ticket so that you don't get caught by the controllers, because when they catch you that you've not validated your ticket, you're going to be paying a fine, which I think is like 16,000 forints or 18,000 forints, I'm not sure, but it's somewhere up there. So definitely make sure you validate your tickets. And another thing for buses is that you want to use the stop button. You want to use the stop button because when you're on the bus and there is nobody at the bus stop where you're going to stop, the bus driver is not going to stop. So always use the stop button to tell the driver that you're going to get off at a particular stop. There are actually two types of button. There is one that is usually at the top. Don't use that one because that's for the emergency stop. I remember there was a time I mistakenly pressed that button. I don't even know like what happened that day, but I pressed that button and the bus driver stopped immediately, and everybody was just looking at me. I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. It was a mistake. I made a mistake. I should have pressed the normal stop, but I pressed the emergency stop. So don't do that. Don't be like me. Another thing about public transportation is like that you want to be careful with your personal belongings. So if you're on the bus, you're on the tram, metro, please be careful. Watch out for pickpockets. I actually experienced that in Debrecen. There was a time I was going to, actually my first month in Debrecen, my wallet got stolen in the bus. I was going to Kasai campus for my classes, and usually like that bus is usually full in the morning, so it was full, there was no place to sit, and then there were a lot of people standing and holding the support. So I was also part of the people standing. There was a man that was standing beside me. He was also standing. I had the shoulder bag, and the shoulder bag had the flap, like it didn't have a zip, it's just a flap with the magnetic thing that closes the bag. So that was what I was carrying that day. My wallet was in there. The bus was full, and you couldn't move because of how full the bus was. And I actually felt something was happening, but I wasn't just paying attention. I just felt like, okay, because the bus is full, like, you know, people are like kind of hitting each other and stuff. But I didn't realize like the man that was standing beside me was actually taking my wallet out of my bag until I got to my destination, and I realized that my wallet was missing. So you have to be careful, and when that happens, if that ever happens to you, please report to the police. I had to go to the police. Everything I had, my bank card, my Nigerian account bank card, Hungarian account bank card. I also had about 26,000 forints, and I think like 120 USD in the wallet. Everything was gone. I never got them back. So please be careful with your personal belongings on the bus, on the tram, metro. Just be careful. The next thing on my list will be grocery shopping. So if you want to buy groceries online, like you don't want to go to the shop physically, you can definitely download the Tesco app. You can download the Kifli.hu. That's another online delivery for groceries. You can also download Ocean. I think the Ocean has an app for online delivery, so you can download those and you can do your grocery shopping. But just be aware that if you order for groceries today, you probably get your groceries the next day, or at least within 48 hours. So don't expect to get it like, I don't know, 1 hour time or so. But if you want to go to the shops physically, you can go to Lidl, you can go to Primark, you can go to CBA, there's also Spar, there's Tesco, there's Aldi. So you have so many options. There are also corner shops on let me say every street. I think on every street there's like a corner shop that you can buy some groceries from. For my Nigerian brothers and sisters, you can definitely find Nigerian foodstuffs and supplies in Budapest, also in Debrecen. I'm not sure of Page and Szeged and all these other smaller cities. But for Budapest, Debrecen, you can find at Kohino. So there is a shop where you can find African foodstuff. There's also Kashmir at somewhere at Blaha, and then there is another one at Weshelenyi. I think it's called it's called Sebkish India. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's been long I went there. So they also sell like Nigerian foodstuff there. I've also seen Ghanaian foodstuff there, but I'm not sure for other African countries. You can definitely go there to check. Maybe you find something that you use back home to make food. For shopping apps, you can use Alza.hu, you can use Arukeresho, you can use eMag. So for Arukeresho, you can find literally anything you're looking for. I bought a rug from there. You can find household items, you can find gardening stuff, you can find electronics. So anything you're looking for, you can find on Arukeresho. You can also search eMag. They have electronics. Same with Alza. And this website is usually in Hungarian, so you want to have your browser to be. You have to set your browser to automatically translate Hungarian to English. And for skincare products, if you're looking for a specific type of skincare that is you can find in US or UK or even France, you can check Notino.hu. They have different brands. They have a variety of skincare brands. You can also check SkinSmart.hu. So those two places are where I usually buy serums from. So if you're looking for The Ordinary, you're looking for Revolution, you're looking for Paula's Choice, all the skincare products you can find on either Notino or you can find on SkinSmart. So for church, we have Riverside Church in Budapest. It's an international church and the sermon is also in English language. We have RCCG. If you're Nigerian, you definitely know Redeem. There's Redeem here. We also have Danube International Church. There's also International Baptist Church. There's also Mustard Seed Church, which is mostly Ghanaian based. So there are lots more Ghanaians in Mustard Seed, but it's also international. There's also Catholic church. I'm not Catholic, but I know there's some Catholic churches that you can attend. Maybe you can Google for Catholic churches in Budapest. And for mosque, I'm not sure if there's a mosque here in Budapest, but there are lots of Muslims here, so they definitely have a place of worship. Definitely search online for mosque in Budapest, or if you arrive here, you can find some Muslim brothers and sisters who can direct you to where you can worship. If you like to order food, so this is not grocery and I want to order already made food, you can use Food Panda or Wolt. These are the two main ones I know. You can also order directly from the website, the restaurant's website. But for Food Panda, for Wolt, like you can find different cuisines, you can find different restaurants, and then you just order from there. Your food arrives, I don't know, within 30 minutes or 1 hour, depending on how far the restaurant is. So those two websites are the common websites. Another thing that you need in Hungary definitely is Google Translate. As you might know, like the common language in Hungary is Hungarian, and a lot of things, literally everything is in Hungarian. Not a lot of things, everything is in Hungarian. So you might go to the grocery shop to buy something, and the label is in Hungarian. You like to know the product itself. Just take out your Google Translate, use the camera option, and scan the label. When you scan, it's going to pick up the words and it translates for you. I still use Google Translate today. I don't know if I'll ever stop using Google Translate in this country. So definitely have Google Translate on your phone. It will come in handy wherever you go. Another good app to have is weather app. This is important because you want to know like what the weather is like outside, so you dress appropriately. Usually before I leave the house, especially during winter, I'm checking the weather. So I want to know if I need to wear a thick winter jacket or I can wear a lighter winter jacket. So having a weather app is definitely good to have. So for students in Debrecen, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description box it's like a student guide for Debrecen. It's going to give you information like where to apply your students for your student ID, how to go to the immigration office, some other information that can help you as a student in Debrecen. Please check in the description box and you're going to find those links. For networking, you definitely want to go to Facebook because there are different Facebook groups that are good to meet new people from different backgrounds, different countries. There's a group on Facebook called Hungary Expats. I'm also part of that group. You can get information from that group. People usually go there to ask questions, and then anyone can answer those questions for them. If you're in Debrecen, there is a good group called Hungarians Help International Student Debrecen, I think. That group, you can also join that group to get information and also to meet other students. Usually Hungarians are in that group helping foreign students to get information, to know what is happening in Debrecen. Usually, like whenever there's public holiday and the shops are closing, I usually get the information from the Hungarians Help International Students Debrecen. So definitely join that group. And if you're Nigerian, there's Nigerians in Hungary. You can join the NIDO group. But if you're from Brazil or India or I don't know, Pakistan or the UK, you would definitely find a group with people from your country. So if you just search maybe Brazilian in Budapest or Brazilians in Hungary, you should be able to find a group like that where you'll be able to meet other Brazilians in Hungary. Another way to meet people is definitely through Facebook events. So if you go on the events in Facebook, you'll be able to find events in Budapest or in Hungary or in Debrecen, wherever you are. Just search events in Budapest and then you'll be able to see different events, social events where you can go and network and meet other people. I forgot to mention hair for my African sisters and just anyone who wants to braid hair in general. You can check my sister's page, Bellcrest Hair, on Instagram and also on Facebook for your braids and wigs. Shameless plug. For job sites, I have a full video about jobs in Hungary. I'm definitely going to link it somewhere in the cards. Please watch that video. It's detailed and you can get further more information about jobs in Hungary. But there are websites like Profession.hu, there's also Adecco, there's also Glassdoors, definitely LinkedIn. Please update your LinkedIn profile if you're looking for a job in Hungary. For news, if you like to follow the news in Hungary, there's one place where I go for my news, and that is Daily News Hungary. I like that website because they post in English language. You don't have to translate anything, everything is in English, and you'll be able to get updates on what is happening in the country, what is happening in your city, so that you just be up to date at least. I remember during the COVID times when this COVID situation started, I was literally going to that website to get updates, and it was helpful because then I didn't have to translate anything. For affordable clothes, you can definitely go to H&M, you can go to Reserved, you can go to Sinsay, you can go to C&A. There are also thrift shops like Cream, there's Hada, there's Humana, so you can definitely find a variety of affordable clothing in Hungary, in Budapest, in Debrecen. Just search online and you'll be able to find one. Okay guys, so this was all I wanted to share with you today. I hope this video was helpful to you in one way or the other. If you did enjoy the video, please thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much guys for watching the video to the end, and I will see you guys in my next one.